Hey guys, um, recently there's been kind of a public outcry about the uh, the planned mosque that's well planned to be constructed around Ground Zero. For those of you who aren't American or for whatever reason don't know, Ground Zero is where the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks took place. Um, Brief history that most people already know. A couple of Muslim terrorists, or by a couple, I mean a group of Muslim terrorists, flew two planes or into one into each of the two twin towers in the World Trade Center, and that's where Ground Zero is where the towers used to stand, and now they want to build a mosque in there, and people are screaming no. Now I can understand from a psychological perspective what's going on. You know, the uh, the terrorists were Muslim, therefore people associate Muslims with terrorists now, which for the past 9 years, that's what people have been doing. There's kind of a subconscious bigotry that's been present in most Americans since September 11th, and it's ridiculous. People will see anyone who looks like they could be Muslim and immediately assume that there's something wrong with them. They're evil, they're homicidal, they're whatever. And, they're subject to a lot of racial profiling. And it's ridiculous to begin with, but now they can't even build their own place of worship because people are actually thinking that this is some kind of a terrorist plot from all Muslims to take over America and build mosques everywhere and replace every building with a mosque. Now, I don't know, maybe it doesn't sound ridiculous to you. I tried to make it sound ridiculous just by saying what it is. It's ridiculous enough. But, my point that I want to get across is that Muslims are not evil because they are Muslim. There are evil Muslims, there are evil Christians. There are nice and good and kind Muslims. There are nice and good and kind Christians. Same goes for every religion on earth. How evil or kind you are depends on each person individually, their upbringing, etc., and not on their religion. If a lot of people go out there and say, "Oh well, Islam encourages, murder or whatever," I don't know enough about Islam, but I do know enough about Christianity to show that so does Christianity. Christianity would tell you to kill your child the second he disobeys you, kill your mother the second she wears any clothes made of more than one material, which most of you are wearing cotton poly blends or something. You should be killed for that, according to the Bible. Killed for planting crops in different places, etc., etc. Point is, the Bible is pretty murderous, but that doesn't mean that every Christian is a terrorist. If you want examples of terrorism in Christianity, Protestants had the Crusades. A lot of people died because of that. And Catholics had the Spanish Inquisition. And pretty much every denomination took place in the Salem witch trials. So you can see that other religions have had their own issues with terrorism and evil and homicidal acts. And yet we don't consider all Christians evil. We don't consider all Catholics or Protestants evil. We only consider, well, by we I mean the majority of the subconsciously bigoted people in America only consider Muslims evil, and it's ridiculous. And I think that a lot of Muslims out there who aren't terrorists, which since Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world, statistics would tell us that there are a lot of non-homicidal Muslims in the world. And I think that they need to be shown that there are people out there who don't think of them as scum. There are people out there who support them. And there are people out there who think that freedom of religion is important enough that if you want to build a mosque, you should go ahead and be able to build it as long as everything else checks out. You know, you have permits and everything. You should be able to build a mosque or a church or a temple wherever you want. And that just because you're Muslim, not everyone thinks you're a terrorist. So I think people need that support. So I put a petition on Petition Spot, and I'll post the link down there. And if you want to show these people some love, show them some support, show them that we don't all hate them because of their religion, just sign the petition. All it takes is a click, and you show their support. I'm aiming for 1,000 signs on this, 1,000 signatures, but you know, whatever I can get will be hopefully enough to show support. So, if you're sick of all this unnecessary bigotry and you want to support freedom of religion that our Constitution has right in the Bill of Rights, then sign it. If not, then go ahead and protest all you want, but it just makes you look like a jackass.